How and why is MCL a better way of doing schools, of getting learners ready for life?
The core of MCL is all about meeting learners or kids where they're at. And I think it's not about us, it's not about the adults, it's about what we can do to serve our kids to help them be their very best. And I think MCL puts learners at the center of all of our decisions as a learning community. And when you put learners at the center, the decisions that you make to drive your system forward in that vision, all of those decisions are going to be very positive because you all have that same core value of we're here to serve our kids and we need to do what's best for them. So I think that has been a very positive experience with mass customized learning, and this is inevitable. Our kids and our world are changing, and so we need to do what we can to meet them where they're at.
You know, in human endeavors, there's a formula for becoming better, and it's basically just intensity, frequency, and duration. And unfortunately, when we add time and motivation and all these other things that have really been more of a part of our system than just those three elements that allow students then to try to reach potential every day so that they've redefined their success as I'm just doing the best I can to be the best I'm capable of becoming. Schools have not necessarily within the structures always elicited that from our learners. So just what Mrs. Anderson said in regard to learner focused, we need to be learner focused, and that means we're not worried about the collective score of our school, we're not worried about any collective sense, we're only worried about the student in front of us. And if we could write an IEP for every single student, if we could write an individualized plan and then live up to that plan and have all of the resources in place to get there, then that means our students walk out with a diploma that really is meaningful. And that diploma says that at that point in time, we've pushed them to the ultimate potential so that at that point in time, they're ready for any eventuality. So this system allows for that. I'm often asked, the only other thing that kind of enters my mind, I'm often asked, where's the research? Well, the research is in Marzano and Tomlinson and Walker and all of these others who have come before us and tried to tell us, and Dewey, and tried to tell us, here's the way to do this, but we've never been able to change. To me, in my lifetime, which is very long now, we have finally gotten to a place where we have the technology in place, and I think we have the momentum to make a real reform in schools, and this is the reform that will last.
As we think about what it is we're doing in this business, which is preparing people to achieve and realize their potential. How often do we look at a first grader, a kindergartner, their first days of school, and they come in, ears pinned back, just oozing with enthusiasm, and then we look at the graduating senior, and they're oozing with enthusiasm, but for a different reason. They're let me out of this place. And conversely, that first grader, that kindergartner, oozing with enthusiasm of let me in. So I've often wondered what happens in between those formative years of the educational experience that we provided that creates that sense of loving it to, boy, let me out. And that's not a Brookings thing, that's a national trend.